Hey guys, it's Dr. Mike, and I want to talk to you today about how one small change can result in a big reward in your life. This past summer, I was invited to go riding motorcycles with my friend Ryan. And I grew up riding some ATVs, and I'd ridden motorcycle a few times, but I'd never really done a lot of off-road motorcycling, especially here in the mountains on these trails. And so I was excited, I was ready to have fun, but I was also nervous. I was borrowing somebody else's motorcycle, so I didn't want to wreck their motorcycle. I didn't want to crash, so I didn't want to injure myself. So I was a little nervous. And the one thing I thought about, I read an article by Mario Andretti, the famous race car driver, a long time ago. And he talked about how you want to focus on where you're going. So he said, if you're driving a race car and you start to skid and you're heading towards the wall, if you just keep staring at the wall, you're probably going to run into it. But he said, if you're skidding towards that wall, but you look back down the racetrack where you want to go, you have a much better chance of coming out of that skid and being able to go down the racetrack. So I thought, well, so one thing I'm going to focus on is where I want to go. So I'm on my motorcycle, I'm riding down the trail, and there's boulders, there's roots, there's trees. We're on this kind of narrow trail, so I'm watching right in front of me, and I'm doing okay, but I'm still nervous and I'm tight. And so we rode for a couple hours on some pretty challenging trails, and we stopped to take a break. And my friend Ryan said, "Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you is that when you're riding a motorcycle," he said, "look down the trail about 50 yards. Don't look right in front of you. Look down the trail just a little ways." And I tell you, that small change from taking my head from here to here made all the difference in the world. Because when I was looking here, yes, I was looking where I wanted to go, but it was only about 10 feet in front of me, so I was making these small, really quick little adjustments. And when I changed just to look down the road, I was much more relaxed, I'm much more stable, and it made all the difference in the world. My riding improved, I was much more relaxed, and I had way more fun. So what I learned from that, what we can apply to life is, number one, a lot of times you're doing much better than you think you are. You're doing a lot of things right, and to go over that threshold, it might be just the smallest little change. And you might be working towards that. But in life, sometimes, don't give up. Don't give up. It might be just the smallest little tweak. That's number one. And number two is, sometimes in terms of perspective, you just got to take a step back, right? Sometimes we get caught up, I'm going down this trail and I'm just focused real narrowly. And sometimes you just got to take a step back in life, survey the situation, and look at, okay, what am I doing right? And what am I doing wrong? What am I doing that's not working? Whatever you're doing that's not working, stop doing that. I know it sounds very simple, but sometimes we get so caught up in the trail, so to speak, we forget about the perspective. So whatever's not working, stop doing that, okay? And figure out what is working and do that twice as much. Like, double down on that, keep doing more of that. And it's such a simple thing, but sometimes it takes somebody else to tell you that, right? So take a step back and just survey, okay, how's things are working? And then this might take going to the park and getting a cup of coffee, or getting outside of your normal environments. Get out of your office, get out of your home, go sit in a park, or even just go sit in your car. I've got a broken hip right now, so I'll go get a cup of coffee from the drive-thru and I'll go park my car by a park, and I'll just sit there and think, and man, just getting out of that your normal routine, your normal environment will spark some really good ideas. So think about that. Just a small little change can really produce huge rewards.